noticed, but when I started working out, and like I like total, I've lost 33 pounds so far. And I just started in March. I was on layoff. I
don't need but 20. I just need 20, Lord.
Listen, and I was like, I want to work out. I said, I always wanted to be that mom that was like, oh, I'm going to the gym. I'm going for lattes or whatever. And I was like, so I started working out in my house with my iPad up on YouTube, and I just started working out. And then I noticed as I started losing weight, I'm like, okay, I really do like this. I like this. And I have so many people say, hey, I want to do this. I want to lose weight. Or what you do? And I say, well, I cut out sweets, cut out sodas. Oh, I can't do that. Well, baby, you don't want to lose the weight. And everything is different for everybody. Listen, I love me a Pepsi and a McDonald's sweet tea, honey. And I know, I don't say, don't get it.
I got one right now waiting on me, but I can't do it.
Every once in a while, I'll get me a Pepsi. I'll get me a sweet tea from McDonald's, or I ask my mama to fry me up a fried pork chop sandwich, okay? But you have to, just still
you can't eat it
put
all the
that
time.
effort into it. It's like old people say decent, not decent. You got to do stuff decent and in order. You got to do stuff in moderation. And I was like, it's just getting yourself out there and just really, doing it. And that's what I really want people to see. Like you say, they see the pictures now on Facebook. Oh yeah, you look good. Or they see me, oh, you look so good. But y'all don't see when I get up at 5:30 in the morning, I really work out before I got to be to work at 8 o'clock and get 2 kids ready for virtual school before I leave out my house. Like, it's the behind the scenes that people don't see. They see the glory, but you don't know my story.
But that's the thing. That's the reason why.
It's the same thing with your business.
That's the reason why I feel like people don't understand how important it is to have a mentor, or how important it is to have a coach, or how important. And that's why I drive, because I'm really, when I sit down with somebody, I'm honest with them. I don't sit here and portray that I got it all together. I don't portray that I've always had it together. You're going to get my story, because I feel like my story is going to help you. It's something in my story, because I feel like I don't never connect that nobody don't need a part of me. And that's one thing I pray. You got to know your target audience. You got to know who you dealing with. And I always pray, ask God, don't send me, even with customers. I don't care what type of customer it is. I need somebody that whatever I give them, it's not even about their order. It's more so about pouring into them, because I want to see their business thrive. I don't want to see their business standing still. I don't want to see them keep switching businesses because they feel as if this one is not working. The reason why the business is not working is because you're not working. You can't keep. That's what bothers me. In January to March, you're booming. But here comes June, you're not booming anymore, or you keep switching businesses, baby. Let me tell you something. None of them businesses is going to work, because it's not the business is not working. It's you. You have not. One of my biggest things is, in order for you to have a successful business, you got to know you. You got to learn you, and you got to fix you. You can't run a successful business and be jacked up.
Right.
You can't run a successful business, be sad, be broken, be bitter. Because guess what? All of that is going to play out in your business. The moment somebody makes you mad, you're going to go straight to social media and talk about them. I always tell somebody, get your business buddy that you can
separate it. You got to separate your own personal emotions from business. That's a key factor with a lot of people. They take everything personally, because this is my thing. But you got to understand, business is business, personal is personal. You got to be able to separate the two. And if you can't separate, and I understand there's some people who are very emotional people, and it's hard for them to do it. But if you want your business to grow, you can't take every negative thing that someone says about your business, or the people don't support you, or they don't want to be here, as your business not going to grow. You got to take that negative out and use it as motivation. Well, maybe I need to change up my strategy. Maybe I need to change out how I market myself. Maybe I need to change up how I sell my product. Maybe I need to change how I engage people, how I network, how I communicating effectively. What did they say that was negative that I didn't like? Is there something in it that I can use to better my business? You have to take the negative for the positive. Like, one thing I've always said for myself is I'm a person that likes to learn. So I've always been learning, and I love grappling new ideas, new things, new challenges, so I don't get bored with not learning. So no matter whether it's a positive event or negative, you can learn something from everything. And it's like, what did you get from that negative experience that you can take to make yourself better? It may not be overnight, but can you use that too to grow and put it towards your business to make it work? And anyone thinking you're going to get that quick because you open the door, it's a quick money flying in. That is not how that works. Please stay out of TV and movies. Just because you see it in movies.
And please stop
that ain't
and
real
stay out
life.
for social media.
Thank you.
Stop
Keep your business off of social media. The way I tell people when I just had this conversation actually yesterday with family of mine who's actually starting up their own business, their own record label is what they're trying to start up now. So they've been growing. He's been doing it for a few years now. And one of the things that I said to him 2 years ago, and he's now seeing it, and he was like, I'm so happy we had this conversation, was no matter what happens behind the scenes with your core team or who you ever have helping, no matter how much disorder you have, whatever complaints, issues, the only thing the people, your consumers, who you're sending out supposed to see is your finished product. They don't need to know none of the behind the scenes stuff. They don't need to know none of the issues or the struggles you went to. All they need to see is that finished product because that's what they want. They don't need the drama because once you get that drama's out, and then also whoever's in that core team, be careful because not everybody's in there for your best interest, whether it's close friend, family, because you can look at them. So many people here, they're here for the ride, but as soon as you say one thing wrong because it benefits the business and not personal, they're going to try to take that and run and sow discord. So you got to identify who is the people for you in the business and not here because they want to have that little personal connection and think they just going to ride the coattail. Because the people you thought you could rely on will be the very ones that will turn their back on you and try to destroy your business. And those are the ones you got to learn how to just let them go. It's nothing personal. This is about my business. I need to make sure the business, my personal separate.
It's all about business.
Yeah, because a boat don't sink with the water around it, sink when the water get in it.
Exactly.
That's what we do a lot of times. We let people get in, and because people, let me tell you, people can see your blessing before you can see it. So they will attach themselves to you, and they will try to ride that wave. But the minute you say, listen, we got to get out, we got to push a little bit, they're going to jump off because they ain't ready for it. And that's why. And that's why I had to learn. When I first started, I'm telling y'all, I would be so, why my friend ain't did this, my friend ain't did this, my friend. Okay, baby, because first of all, they didn't see that you started making moves and that they not making moves. So they don't even want to see you come up because they can't wrap their mind around the concept that y'all two started off with the same thing, which was the bare minimum. And you sit there and you making choices and you making steps. And it's like, at the end of the day, it's what I got to do. I don't have nobody that I could just say, oh, I'm going to fall back on. Oh, my life gets on. I can go stay at my mom's house. No, baby, because I got my baby's hair. So I got to grind it out. I got to do what I have to do. So I don't mind going working 8 hours and then going and working 8 more hours on my business. Your 9 to 5 is what you're going to do survive. But your 5 to 10, that's how you win.
Yes,
everybody, like, listen, because the people who I work for, the company I work for, those people, they're never going to pay me enough money for me to be their neighbor. They're never going to pay me enough money for me to drive up in cars that they drive up in.
Exactly.
So, I mean, I'm not knocking nobody who don't want their own business because everybody is not entrepreneur material. And that's something that everybody has to learn as well.
Yes.
And that's fine. But I know what I want for myself. I know that I'm destined for greatness. I know that my boys are destined for greatness. I want to leave a legacy behind for my boys. Because if I die today or tomorrow, they can't go to my job and say, oh, my mama had this position, so I'm going to get it here. They can't do that, but I could pass down some generational wealth to my kids. I can do that. And it's a process. It's definitely a process. I feel like all Black people, we need to go to therapy now anyway, first of all, because we breaking barriers of stuff that we ain't never did before, that's never been done, that's been shunned upon and looked down upon us because the generation before us wasn't taught that. They were taught to go to work 40 years and retire on this little bit of money they give you and you die on out in the sunset. No, baby, we gonna enjoy life and we gonna ride it out and we gonna have wealth and we gonna pass stuff down to kids. I want my great grandkids to be done to come in this world with some wealth. And I mean, it's just about really putting your money and your mind and focus to it. Like everybody like you say, people want to look like they got money. I mean, I have no problem with Birkin bags or whatever, use name brand. So I don't care pocketbooks like that anyway.
Me neither.
It's not wrong with having that, but at the same time, like, have something else with it too. Don't have a Birkin bag and ain't nothing, and you ain't got nothing to put in it.
You got $1 chapstick on the inside.
Okay.
and that comes down to people personal finances and budgeting. Like they think because I got the money now, so like you just say with the bag. Say they want a bag $200. They just now finally got $200. They spend the entire $200 on the bag. Now what do you got to fall on if something happens? One strategy that I always always make sure to have, even when I did not have a job and no money, was if I ever wanted to buy anything, I made sure I had double the amount of the value of that product. So whenever I spent that money, I still had something to fall back on and I did not empty my pocket. Right. Did it take longer maybe in order to buy it? Yes. Did I have to work a little bit harder or sacrifice for it? Yes. But it's not about the instantaneous reward that most people seek after. Some things you got to learn to work for. And that is something that is greatly missed in a lot of people. They don't know how to work for any effort, whether they're trying to start their own business or trying to get a 9-to-5 job. You still got to work for what you want to get into. Because even if you don't want to start your business, if you don't work for that 9-to-5, you best believe you're going to get fired. Then they ain't going to keep you there. You got to put the effort in. So, or you ain't even going to get the good job. So you got to, either way, no matter what are you trying to do, is ultimately invest in yourself and identify what do you want to do, put forth the effort, do the work, and do it. Doesn't mean you got to go to school and get all these degrees in order to get the good job. There's very other avenues out there where you can pray for. It's all comes down to, how do you prepare yourself for this? Do you want to do it? And if you don't want to do it, then don't waste your time, because it's not going to pay off. You have to want to do it. There it is. Because I ain't got time to waste. Because I'm one of those 9-to-5 people, and I get off my job and I do all this other side work to help everybody else out to keep moving. So I don't have time. I don't do the free time. Mine is from 9 to 5. Well, whenever I log off, and then I jump on other stuff. So if you're not ready or not serious, I don't have that time to waste, because that means I could be helping somebody else who wants to do this. I do this to help other people. And if you want to do this, give you my time so that we can, whatever you're trying to do tech-wise or your business or the video, so we can get that going, and I'll give you that assistance. But if you're not serious, I'm not wasting my time, because I can sit back and be streaming, watching TV, relaxing after work. I don't want to work from 8 to 7 and do other stuff willingly. Like, if you're not going to work with me, come on. We got to do this right. Want the effort. If I'm doing it, you got to want the effort. It's your business. I'm just doing this trying to help you so you can do what you got to do. That's it. So, get that effort. Get that effort in. Listen.
But listen, we're going to wrap it up. But we're going to wrap it up with this. Stop following the trend. That's a lot of our problem. We follow the trend. Social media has us following trends. It's not even popping.
You need to put that status out. Stop following trends. I need to be posted. I may actually post something once, because I don't do social media, but I may have to post that.
We all want to follow these trends. We're in business. We're in business. We want successful business. And I don't get me wrong. I'm going to go down a list of things. I love the cartoon characters. They're beautiful. Okay. Those logos are beautiful. They are very beautiful. But if you want a real business, now if your child got a business, okay, get them cartoon characters. But you can't make me feel like you're serious with a cartoon character. You can't make me feel like your business is serious with all these colors and all the stuff that does not. I'm just gonna be real with you. I want you to look at the very people you buy stuff from. Look at Prada. Look at Gucci. Look at Cardi B. Look at Yandy. Look at all of these people y'all follow and buy stuff from. Do y'all see them with cartoon characters as logos? Do y'all see them with any of that stuff? Do you see Polo changing up and putting a cartoon character as their logo? Because now that's a trend. Do you see Coca-Cola putting cartoon characters? Do you see Nike putting a cartoon character? No, you don't see these big corporations, these big companies, Amazon, and none of these people.
Proper email address. Proper naming. Come on, get that email address right.
Listen, they were talking about that when I was in high school. Email address. You
make sure that's right.
Point, nobody should be Hot Mama 96.
Thank you. I got my point. I thought about that when I was 10. I still use the email. I still have my very first email address from when I was 10, and I can still use that in public thing. It is simple. I made it easy. I can use it for every setting. PKED90. My main email address. I can use that for business, wherever I use. I ain't got to worry about, did I send the right email or which one did I put down?
But they taught us that in high school. They told us that in high school. Even before I even decided to be a business owner, this was something we learned. Your image is everything. Do not go out here and have Poppin' Lock 69. Well, what you popping and locking, and then you got to email your bitch. You got to email these companies.
You trying to apply for a job and they see that. Like, yeah, you follow the job. Like, what are you really trying to apply for? Like, that's not gonna go over well. I'm sorry, we're just gonna scan this over. And as a person that works in HR, I can tell you, we overlooking that. Please use for like one of the key things. If you're getting a job, please have professional. Make sure your name is right. Make sure your email address is something that can be readable and not offensive in any way. Like, be prepared for this. Do not just willy-nilly give anything out there like, oh, they're just gonna no. They don't want to see that. That gives them a perceived image of the type of person you are. And trust me, you ain't getting no call. No one's calling or emailing you.
I don't care if you selling earrings. I don't care if you selling lip gloss. I don't care if you selling eyelashes.
Get that right.
Clothes, whatever. You gotta be professional because what if you want to own a boutique? We should not just target the people that look like us. Nope. We gotta stop just
diversify.
Your money, you should want everybody's money. You want your audience to be, you want to present yourself in a way. That's like when I did my contract. When I did my contract with this company, I was like, Lord, I ain't never did a contract. I did a contract when I ran a daycare. But you talking about me as an independent marketing and branding person, going to a company, putting in a contract to bid on a contract, and all I got is what I teach. I don't have nobody to give me any accreditations or anything to say, okay, yeah, she's this, she's that in the company, but I'm going to put it out here and I'm going to try. Guess what the first thing they said when they actually took my contract? We looked at your website, we looked at your social media, all your social media content. She was like, because we had to make sure that your resume, your contract, what you wrote in that contract matched who you really were. She said, and as we look, she said, oh, and you have a beautiful family. But as we look, you was in tune with your business. All you did, she said, 99% of your stuff, your content was business. She said, and that's why we picked you. Because if you are that in tune, she said, we saw sometimes you was posting 2:00 in the morning. Then you were back up posting at 8 in the morning. That means if you can go that hard on something like this, I know with us paying you what we're going to pay you, you're going to go hard. Listen, in a week's time, I was able to deliver what they asked me to deliver in 3 weeks, because this is what I want to do. I want to step on the scene of a company that needs to train their employees how to market, how to brand. I don't want to be the face of your company. I want to be the behind the scenes person to teach your company how to do the things that they need to do. I want to teach your company how to take pictures and show people that they're just like with It's Fashion. I wear their clothes like crazy. Nobody will never know them was It's Fashion clothes. That outfit I just had on was an It's Fashion outfit. And I literally tagged them. I tagged them in my Instagram and said, y'all had a little skinny girl on the post, but I rocked this outfit. You get what I'm saying? We have to understand that in order for you, and that's even with It's Fashion or whatever, and in any company, you gotta put people on your board that fits all people.
Yes.
You can't just, if you own a boutique, you gotta cater to all. I understand you skinny, but I know you got a big cousin. I know you got a full-figured cousin. I know you got, child, you can use me. I'll be the half full-figured because I'm almost there. So with that being said, you got to use, you know what I'm saying? You use so you can have a variety of people. That's like me.
I understand you got melanin in your skin, but you need to make sure you're trying to sell to everybody. Don't get mad because melanin don't want to support you. Listen, you shouldn't just market to just one brand. If you ever getting into it, your product or your service should be catered to anybody who wants to buy.
Right. And do your homework.
Don't limit yourself. Do not limit yourself to just one demographic. As most people say, oh no, we gotta stay black. I want you to build up black companies, especially support them. But your whole marketing strategy should not be just to black people. I mean, we got a big dollar. You got to market to everybody. You want to make sure your business to grow. Diversify. If you're trying to stay the one down, it's not that you're hurting the Black community if you're just trying to stay there, but you're limiting yourself to potential customers that you could get yourself by you wanted to limit who you have. That one thing you never anytime you hear anything when it comes down to demographics on who is your target based audience when it comes from the business, it's never about what the skin color is. It's never about what it is. It's about location and about age groups. You don't hear white, Black, Asian, Hispanic, Latinx. You don't hear none of that. You hear age group. We're the only ones that leave it to Black. You never see the white people sit there and say they want to sell only to white ones. No, even the ones who probably don't like you, they'll take your money. They'll sell you their product to take your money. You got to be willing to know your age group, know your demographic for location purposes, not because of what color their skin is. That'll be one thing that hurts you if you're trying to limit your business just because someone got a darker skin than somebody else. That is the worst decision you can make. You will not succeed. You see no other demographic business trying to target just one group. No, they focus on a wide area to get more consumers. That's how you grow. So anyone that says, well, I only want to do that, and all I can think in my head is, well, I won't be seeing you around too much longer because you're limiting yourself. Never limit yourself. Never limit. If you look at all major Black-owned businesses, and you look at their organizational structure, if you see only Black people in there, you let me know that. Even the ones who run the company, the one you see probably on the figureheads, you can even go into the hip hop industry. You can look at all those people. Who's the one that's managing? Who's the one that's counting their money? Who's the one that's probably doing some of their marketing? Their marketing team is extremely diverse so that they can catch every demographic, every race that exists. They don't limit to just one.
That part.
Their target audience, even though it's Black music, it's not catered to only Black people. Who are the ones you see pumping it more than anything else? It's the other categories that exists out there. So anyone that thinks, oh yeah, we're gonna do solely Black, please don't limit yourself. You're gonna hurt your business so bad. Yes, target your community, help your community, work within your community, support them, but that's the only people you want. You got other communities around you want to sell, and they're probably looking for your product. They just can't find it because you ain't advertised to them or you ain't speak up to them. Like they probably looking for. You'd be surprised how many want to support you, but you stopping yourself from when you see them come in like, oh, I don't want to work with them. Don't have that mindset. Your goal is to want to work with everybody unless they're a rude customer and then it's time to go. That's it. If they're a good customer, you should be willing to want to work with them. Don't limit yourself. Don't do it.
Yes.
Some people need that business advice.
Look, I know everybody always be like, Keisha, how in the world how do you, out of everybody, you pick Cardi and Yandy? Anytime I teach my marketing and branding classes, I tell everybody, I don't listen to Cardi music. I don't even know what Yandy do outside of her skincare. I said, but I use them and I follow them and I research them for its marketing and branding. If you look at Cardi B music didn't make her. Her music put her on the scene. Her personality made her known. But if you look at her marketing and branding, that girl can market to somebody who makes $7 an hour, and she can market to somebody make $100,000 a week. If you pay attention to her marketing and branding team, they are dynamic. They are dynamic. Whoever's over her team is, they got it together. She don't ever have to worry about going broke unless she chooses to run through that money like that because she has so many avenues to making money. So who you knew ever trademark or saying that they did on a Coca-Cola commercial? Matter of fact, back it up. When you ever seen Coca-Cola use
somebody else's trademark lines?
Rappers. Right. So that's what I look at. And everybody be hyped up about music and stuff. No, baby, I'm looking deeper than that. I'm looking at how her marketing team is branding and marketing her. How
they got her. It ain't they songs that got the money. It's that business. It ain't the album. It ain't the albums they sold. It ain't the songs they put out. It's that business acumen. All the ones who are successful, go back and look how they running on their stuff. They running a business. They ain't running their music. They running a company, a business.
Listen, Master P is definitely one of them like that. Even if you think about the athletes like Shaq. Mm-hmm. Shaq got Gold Bond, Geico, Icy Heart. He was I remember I watched one of his interviews and he was like,
but they don't see that.
Right? He said he went through like $500,000 in 30 minutes. Yeah, and his account was like,
they can't get past what's in their face to even see what's beneath the surface. They can't get past that. They can't get past WAP to understand what she just did. They can't get past the lyrics
that was a
to get the business part. They just do it. Listen, they can't do it. They can't even understand the stunts people pull for publicity to get money for you to listen to their next album. They don't think that far ahead.
I'm sorry.
They not that deep, so they'll never
showed a
get
command
that
of the
far.
English language with that song. That was awesome, using all those similes and metaphors. Like that, right? I don't care what nobody says about what they said. The content is, because as we all know, we grew up with songs with far worse verbiage than that. Uncle Luke, let's just stop there. But if you listen to the lyrics and the metaphors they use, I'm like, you mean to tell me you're upset by somebody can be that lyrically sound on a beat like this? Like,
listen,
did you hear how they put that together?
I love Lil Wayne. I'm like, Lil Wayne, don't get it twisted. He looks like a Martian. I don't know what's going on, but he's a lyrical genius. I love it. And it's like, but then that's just a different level to me, because like, I was the nerdy girl in school, so I was in honors English and math, so we studied that stuff. We did a Shakespeare poem and a sonnet and broke it down into all the iambic pentameter. So I love all that stuff, and I'd be like, yo, like, he's considered one of the greatest, and they be like, what? His rhymes, and I'm like, you don't understand
what
it.
He's
like,
saying.
you don't get it. So I'm gonna let you have this argument,
but
because
they don't understand it. They don't listen. They hear the beat, they hear a song, they're like, oh, this is a banger. They don't listen to what's actually being said. That's why the songs that have lasted for like 5, 10, 15, 20, 30 years, if you listen to it, they're actually saying something in the song for it to become a banger. All the ones when it's like, what the world are they doing? You don't hear them a year later. You forget the song even exists unless somehow somebody threw it in a mix randomly on a radio. You don't know it exists. It's all the ones when you listen to, they actually have something in it. Those are the ones that survive. Those are the ones people will play over and over and over again.
Right.
Yes.
They know how to market it.
But like Nikisha said, he can't get past it. Like, okay, Shaq, his shoes are in Walmart. Shaq's are in Walmart, but Shaq's are more affordable for somebody like me. I'm a single parent, so I could put my 9-year-old in some Shaqs, and he
supply
don't care.
And demand.
As opposed to me, my oldest son,
but that was Jordan. A smart move, though.
Supply and demand. He is controlling the market on supply and demand curve right there.
Listen,
I mean, we can't get past the fact it's in Walmart. See, our brain says it's in Walmart. Our children can't wear it, so we just gonna go out and give Jordan $200 because Jordan,
man, them things are overpriced.
So what you gonna do if Jordan go to Walmart? So if Jordan decide to be like Shaq and put some of his shoes in Walmart, now what you gonna say?
Some things ain't worth the price they selling it for.
Shaq making a killing because Shaq in Walmart.
And Walmart and Shoe Show. And I mean, and my thing is, I have a 9-year-old son that walks in the back of his shoes when I pull up outside, you know, or whenever he can't get his shoe on fast enough. So I'm going to spend $200 on a pair of shoes. First of all, you're going to outgrow in a month and a half, and that you're going to tear up and it'll be all across my living room floor. But I can go to Walmart, get you 5 pairs of Shaqs, and you got different colors for different days of the week, and you don't care. And don't let them light up, because my baby is into the light up shoe game. His mama got a pair of light up shoes. So what you doing? What you talking about? But like you said, we can't get past that stuff.
Right. Because everybody's so concerned about what other people perceive of them and not what you perceive of yourself.
Right.
Other people's opinions don't matter. I know I am an introvert at heart to the fullest. I don't, and then most people who get to know me realize that I don't care about nobody's opinion. I say what I want to say, and that's it. You can have your opinion. It really doesn't affect me. I don't mind. So I can care less what you put on social media. You would say none of that matters to me. All that matter is what am I doing?
What I'm doing right now.
Doing it right. I can care less. Like if I tell you, if I feel that I want to tell you what I'm doing, by some means, because I think you're cool enough, I can tell you. You got an opinion about it, or you think or you shouldn't be doing it. Guess what? You just wasted breath, because ultimately you're not doing anything with it. So it doesn't matter what your opinion is about it. You ain't assisting me. You ain't paying me to do it. You ain't directing me, and I ain't asked for your service. I'm just having casual conversation. So you wasted breath trying to tell me your opinion. Like, as long as I feel that I'm good on what I'm doing and I'm keep moving, That's fine. I can care less what everybody else said. That's why anybody know I don't do social media much. I have all the stuff. I don't really post anything. It's very rare that anybody will see a post with my name put out there. And if it is, it's usually because I found something completely stupid or hilarious that I posted. You will find nothing serious or anything else directly coming from me. If you do, it's like once in a year type of thing.
Don't feel like
I keep it simple, like completely simple if I post anything. I don't do pictures. I don't need this is new to me to even be on camera because I don't get on camera for nothing. Anybody know I work behind the scenes. I hide. Oh, yeah, it's recorded.
Listen,
but I'm the only one with the recording.
This to be recorded because he does not talk and he has so much knowledge.
I don't
listen.
The only way I talk is if the only because I know I'm quiet.
When I found out
because the only way I'm normally quiet, I'm a quiet, like people like, because that's how we met Keisha at the church. She was at the church. It was about maybe a year and a half before anybody even realized I talked. So I stay quiet. I stay to myself because I need to read the room and I need to read people. A lot of people say, I didn't even know you talk. I was like, yeah, I speak. Once I'm comfortable, I'll speak. If I know you, I'll talk. Now, if you ask me a question about something, depending on the topic, which I am surprisingly well-versed, thanks to my nerdy brain, but depending on the topic, especially if you start talking about business, a flip will switch and then you will see all the work I did all those years to get my MBA and learn all this business stuff, it will flip. And then now you see break and now you just staring at me like, wait, where did all this come from? Because usually if you do say something stupid or ridiculous, but now you done flipped as if you know. I was like, well, that's how I am. I'm a business acumen. I'm an analyst. I'll break it down and I can most likely guide you in the right path for it. But you have to ask. I'm not willingly putting myself out there to tell you because I'd rather sit back and relax and do nothing. But if you ask, I'll tell you and then I'll get to work. That's literally like with all the stuff I'm doing now. I don't advertise a single thing. I have business cards in case I go to an event, I hand them out, but I don't say a word of what I do. It's mostly all through word of mouth, either from Keisha saying something, and now I'm finding out from other people that I worked with. They're like, oh yeah, that person referred. Okay, good. Like I let them know I don't advertise, so you probably won't see nothing from me, but I got a business email address. You probably heard here's some work I've done if you need me to do it, but you won't hear from me. But let's work, and then if you like it, just spread the name around. That's it. Because I like to stay to the sub. I like to control and be behind the scenes. But even though I know that, since I know I don't like to advertise myself, and I'm an introvert with all the knowledge. Once you ask, I'm gonna give it to you and give you the right information. When you ask for a product or service of mine, best believe I'm gonna put the best work in there so that you are satisfied. This way, I don't. And for me, it works for me because I'm gonna put extra work. So now I don't have to advertise to get business. My work speaks for itself. Someone else will speak for me, and that kind of works into my introverted ways where I can stay behind the scenes and let them come to me to get what I want to ask. I ain't gotta be extroverted and be out there. If I need to, I can. If I have to be social, but I like to hide. If I don't have to speak, I won't speak. Best believe it.
I'm here for it all.
Listen.
Until we got behind the scenes of SOLCZ Marketing and Events YouTube channel. Now you got a whole lot of James.
That's it. Listen, and that's that business acumen.
From behind the scenes.
I think that's like one of my few triggers is if when I hear people start talking business acumen or doing different things or getting into workforce, whether it's from you want to do 9 to 5. So now it's like, do you have a resume? How do your resume template look like? Do you know how to interview? Do you know how to ask questions? Do you know how to present yourself? From that aspect all the way up to, say you want to run your own business. Okay, so what strategy did you place? Do you have a marketing strategy in place? Do you know your target audience? Are you trying to work from home or are you trying to get a location? What a location you want to get at? What is your organizational structure for your team? Who is your team to support you in this? Because even if you're doing it on yourself, you still need a team of support to make sure you get this. You got financial, emotional needs that you got to make sure stays in check so that you stay on track for it. So as you get to it, all of that will come out in the business acumen, but it's like, are you ready for it? And if I don't feel that you're ready, I'll stay quiet on it because it's like, I have the knowledge. I can explain it to you. I can break it down for you. I can do some of the documented templates for you as well. But it's like, are you ready for it? I have the knowledge. I'm comfortable where I'm at. So it's like, if you're ready, then here's the breakdown thing. Let's talk. And this is what you need to do in order to get this done. This is what you need to research. This is what you need to look for. This is the people you need to talk to. And if you need assistance, I know some people who can help you with that. Here, go talk to these people and then get the stuff together. But if you don't ask, I'm not wasting my time. Because I really would prefer just to sit back, relax, finally watch TV or game something if I can. And I mean, I got my 9 to 5, so I'm not stressing it. If you're not ready, I'm good. When I log off work, it means I can relax for once. I'll take it. I got a high stressful job. I mean, I'm good.
Not with me. You can't relax.
Not at all. Not at all. Not with Keisha at all. She be challenging me for everything.
Listen, be giving people homework and stuff to do. Be like, I didn't come in for that. Oh, come on down now. Let's
no. Like it go from okay, you're gonna do the church website. Well, I need you to do my website. Okay, let's do it. Okay, good. Now how we do this? What's the text? Okay, you just gonna be tech support. What? Wait, hold up. How we get down to this? Oh yeah, I got a customer. We're gonna send them. Okay, well, they need it. Let's do it then. Good. I'm gonna refer you to it. And let's get it set up.
Then it went to, I need you to get a business name. I need you to get business cards. Okay,
I need you to get your cash app so people can send you money.
For you.
Like get the cash app so people, because some people don't have all the accounts, so get the cash app. I'm like, no, I don't want cash app. They say, I don't care, get it. All right, fine. And lo and behold, it came in because that's what most people got. I'm like, okay, I guess it'll work. Like, and now I'll be using that as an extra savings account. So I'm like, okay, it benefits. It makes it easier for other people. Like, and that's the one thing that I do like. If I'm quite sure if I was never pushed to do that first website, I wouldn't be doing none of this now. I wouldn't be working with the #1 radio show in South Carolina right now if I didn't be pushed, because I like to say, I'm comfortable with my job. I'm sitting back relaxing. I want to relax, but if I can make a little extra on the side, I'm good.
You have so much to offer to it. I wouldn't have sat there and been like, okay, he did my website, so I ain't gonna share him with nobody else, or he did my website and he gonna stop there. Nah, I need you on my team because I need you to do my website. I've been needing somebody for 2 years. I had to, like I tell people, you can't just put anybody on your team when you're building a brand. So I had to sit back and say, okay, whenever they come, if they speak in my business language, then guess what? They finna get on the team. So when he did my website and we was talking the same language, I'm like, okay, come through. Let me keep asking some questions because he talking my language now.
Yes.
So it moved on to, how about this? I need your help now because I need you to put my magazine together. Matter of fact, just join the team and I'm just going to add you to the team and I'm going to pay you. So now,
every time I turn around, you got to post my name and I was like, might as well. Listen.
Right.
Yeah, because she was like, oh, we got somebody that's doing the ads now for the magazine. So I'm like, well, first of all, how did she even find somebody for that?
Listen,
hold up. Let me
like my name says, business odd jobs. It's literally, I'm jack of all trades when it comes down to business.
And then with him, I end up my printing company with the magazine. I love them because they work is quality. So when we started talking about the last magazine, he was like, Nikisha, stop getting frustrated. He was like, your magazine is perfect. I know you see some little glitches. He said, but think about where you were 4 magazines ago to now. He said, I print. So I have been with you since February of 2019. He said, I've watched you grow tremendously. This little hiccup is nothing. But because I see you're passionate, because I see you've done, I got somebody for you. He sent me, the printing company sent me a graphic designer. He said, I need you to call her. Me and her got on the phone. She then went and checked out my entire everything. Guess who on the team now? So now I didn't cut out some of the work for James. James don't have to do ads no more. We have a graphic designer. All he can do is stick to the website.
Like I said, the website,
redoing my videos, my YouTube. That's what James is for.
Look, switch from one thing to the other.
Designer, but it took me to get to the place where people saw my passion. When people see what you love to do and your heart in, and they see you go hard. He was like, you put all these magazines. He going back to emails from a year ago. He was like, you did all of this on your own. Now it's time for me to give you somebody that can help you. He was like, let her create it. Charge the people more. At this point, and he's right, at this point, I put so many people out there, it's only fair for me to go up in my prices for my business. Because I gave you the $50.
Right. And we already planning for the next setup of the magazine. Even though we got somebody to build it, we already planning up the next format. Because now you want to do articles, you want to do this. So we already planning for the setup now. Before the next one even printed, we was planning for the next one. And that's how you do it in the business where you don't, once that one's done, okay, it's time to start moving. We ain't got to wait until it gets here now. How we want to set up the next one. What template we want to use. We want to do articles now? Let's throw some articles in there. Let's get some people to write some articles about their business. Here's the template. Here's how you think to write. Whether you want it to look like an ad or an actual magazine article, how you want it to look, we got somebody that can design it for you. Which part of that magazine you want. And now we really going to separate this. And we're going to start targeting other people to join on this thing as well.
Yes. And now you can really, like you say, separate those that just wanted, this is just an ad. I only paid $50 and it's going to be all over the world, as opposed to, no, now it's $150, but you got a paid spread. You got a full page spread.
Article and all, information, everything breakdown. Like the Time magazine, you know?
Right. And for me, okay, if I got to pay $200, that's fine. But look how many people it's reaching. It's reaching people that don't have social media. Because my grandma wouldn't have no social media.
The crazy part about it now, you're not just in a magazine.
We can do digital magazines.
I'm putting your name everywhere. You're getting on YouTube. You're gonna be on the YouTube channel. If you in my
several different states.
You're gonna be everywhere. You're gonna be everywhere. We was in Charleston this weekend. Y'all, I literally was giving away magazines. Like, hey, come here. What you do? Like, you run what? Like the guy who took our pictures. He was like, oh my God. He was like, I should have known the way you were talking that you did something with advertising. He said, because your conversation with me was, when we go up in the water, I need you to take this type of picture. This type of picture. because I have started to incorporate how to live life into my coaching. Because a lot of people, they run a business, but behind the scene, they not happy. So if you want to be a successful business owner, you got to be happy. And I actually invested in some different cards and stuff. And I always practice on me first. So I practiced on me and I started using these cards. Get from back here. And I started using the card. He said he practiced on him. Get out. And I started using the cards to help me. And if you see, my life is changing. I had to change my mindset. I had to change my time management. I had to change everything about me because it can't be just work. I got to work and have fun because at the end of the day, when all the work is done, what have I done? So I made a lot of money. I paid all my bills, but I ain't live life. That makes no sense to me. So I had to learn, okay, you got to. So now, if you call me on Friday and you place an order, baby, I don't work on Saturday and Sunday. So I get to your order on Monday. Whatever order you place on Friday, I don't even work on Fridays. Whatever, and I was mad last Friday because I had to go in the office. I don't work on Fridays. So whatever you place after Thursday at midnight, it will get worked on Friday, on Monday, because Friday, Saturday, and Sunday is my time. If I choose to do an event, that's one thing because that's what I love to do, speak. But, y'all, this is behind the scenes, so don't worry. Yeah, we got to get some, wait a minute. But that eat them too then. So when he say but that means he wants something. Eat that. Okay. So what I had started, I started incorporating. So what I'm going to do is 2021, I want to do trips for business owners. I want us every month, one Saturday out of every month, for us to do something fun and on our bucket list. Not the norm. Like, I went parasailing. Y'all, I thought I was going to die. I was rehearsing myself on the way out there on the boat. I was telling myself what you got yourself into trying to live life, Keisha. I know good well you ain't on the speedboat. The man about to throw you off. And then you're going to talk about going in the air on the parasailing. He talking junk the whole time. But once I finally did it, it was like, I needed this because it was just a refreshing moment. Like, this is what you need. I went four-wheeler riding. Everybody know I'm a country girl, but I had put that behind me because you think you're a mother. You think you this. So you can't do these things. Yes, you can. I took my child parasailing. I took my cousin because he's an introvert. He like James. He don't care about being around people. But I was like, he got to come out the shell some kind of way. So for us to be around him and him starting to do stuff. So I was like, come on, you going parasailing. That was just his facial expression and the fun to see him having fun. That's what we need to pour into our youth. They need to see something different than the hood. They need to see something different than the baggy pants and the Nikes and the fit and everybody dressed nice and it's all about money, but ain't nobody really living. You going on trips, but you ain't taking your children on no trips. You seeing the world, but your children ain't seeing nothing but the front porch. That don't make no sense to me.
Not at all.
And so your children never see what you see. So how do you expect them to be what you want them to be if you never introduce them? That's like Donella taking her kids to events. She has introduced them to the entrepreneur world, so they know the difference.
That's like acumen early.
Taking my children. That's like even when London was a baby, I used to feed the homeless. We're taking it to the streets. up until the day before I gave birth to Princeton. But London always said, Mama, we feed the homeless today. Or we can see a homeless person on the street and she'd be like, Mama, we're going to go buy them something to eat. I instilled in her that you do for people who don't have. But that's because I brought them along with me. You see so many people, they vacate, but they don't never take their kids. So you pointing your kids that you want them to be better than you, but you don't teach them and show them how to be better than you. How do you expect them to be better than you?
Right. How? I had to learn that. I remember when my boys were small. I was like, I'm not taking them nowhere. They don't know how to act. They don't know how to act. And this old woman told me, she said, baby, they never going to know how to act if you don't teach them, if you don't take them nowhere. So they had to get cut up in Walmart sometime. They had to get chopped up when we went out in public. But they know how to act now. But, you know, it is just taking them, you know, you go places, they know how to speak. They know how to talk. Good evening, good morning. They know how to do different things now, but it's like you say, you got to teach them. My babies, they know, listen, when we go places, they know we get up in the morning, we'll eat breakfast, they'll pack them a little lunch. They old people churn, you know, they raise like old people. Girl, they pack them a little lunch.
That's where they mama get all them old people clothes from, because she got that old stove. But listen, y'all, we got to go because we're behind the scene and we'll be on here all night long.
Wow, y'all was wild. Listen, I got to go because I got to get my workout in and meal prep for the rest of the week.
I got to go eat. I'm hungry.
Listen, my gym closed now, so I'm going to just work out at home myself. I was on my way to
bye, y'all.
Bye. So see y'all.
See y'all.
Bye. All right.